There are reports out of Korea that an electric vehicle exploded in a parking garage under an apartment complex, injuring multiple people. This incident unfolded quickly, and it happened right around 6:15 in the morning. Thankfully, we have security footage that shows the details on exactly what happened, but there is still an ongoing investigation. Fires involving lithium ion batteries can happen very quickly. You can see in this footage, it goes from light smoke being released from the battery of that vehicle, that flammable gas, to a full on deflagration. The media is reporting this as an explosion, and while technically, yes, you could consider this an explosion, it's really a matter of semantics. It's a difference between a bang and a whoosh, as all the gases being released are simultaneously ignited. The vehicle that failed and ultimately caught on fire was a Mercedes EQE. This vehicle uses a modern skateboard design where the battery is the entire structure of that vehicle, underneath both the driver and the passenger. It's about a 90 kilowatt hour battery. The EQE's battery started out at 400 volts, but newer models are now up to 800 volts, which realistically, the voltage is somewhat irrelevant in this situation. The kilowatt hour rating is really more important. One thing we don't know about this vehicle is the state of charge when the battery failed, because the state of charge actually matters. The higher that state of charge, the more energetic that failure. And what's interesting is this vehicle wasn't actually charging at the time of the fire. In fact, the vehicle had been parked for 3 days prior to catching on fire. There are multiple issues with this incident. Number one, it's underground in a parking structure, very difficult for firefighters to access. But on top of that, the building had a failed sprinkler system that was not working at the time of this fire. That caused the fire to extend from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle, damaging right around 140 vehicles in that parking garage. I mentioned injuries because this parking garage was underneath an apartment complex. The smoke, the off-gassing from these vehicles when they were burning, when the batteries were failing, was going up into the apartment complex. They had to rescue numerous amounts of people from that building, leaving a lot of people homeless. 23 people are reported to be injured, and that is due to smoke inhalation. Overall, it took fire crews 8 hours to bring this fire under control. They had to bring in specialized equipment to ventilate the smoke out of the parking garage itself and the apartment units. You have to realize in these types of situations, it's the lithium ion battery that's causing the issue. When those batteries fail, they release a significant amount of toxic gas, a lot of heat. We see these types of issues in things as small as a cell phone. While it's not that big of a deal when you look at something the size of a cell phone, because it is so small. When you get into something like an e-scooter, remember, when these batteries off gas, the gas is flammable. There is a deflagration hazard if that gas is enclosed in a small space. And then you move up to something the size of an electric vehicle. When these batteries off gas and all you're seeing is that smoke, that vapor cloud coming from the vehicle, that can be a significant hazard depending on the location of that vehicle. And what we saw in this parking garage in Korea, the gases lit on fire fairly quickly after being released. Now, there are multiple solutions to help at least reduce the risk when you've got these types of vehicles in a parking garage. The first one being a working suppression system. Had that suppression system been working, it would not have extinguished the electric vehicle, but it would have kept the fire in check until fire crews were able to get down there, put more water on the vehicle, and potentially remove that vehicle from the parking garage without affecting too many other vehicles. Now, I understand this specific situation had nothing to do with a charger. That vehicle was not being charged at the time of this fire. But when you do have vehicles charging underground or in parking garages, another solution is either to get distance between those vehicles or put some type of fireproof barrier, like this one from EV Safety Products, between the vehicles while they're charging. That will at least contain the fire to a certain degree while fire crews are responding. This incident has sparked a lot of fear in Korea about parking electric vehicles and charging these EVs in parking garages, especially underground. Some buildings are actually banning these vehicles at the moment. And that's something that we have to deal with in the future, and we have to understand how to deal with that in the future as well. I get a lot of questions about electric vehicles in parking garages, and they want to know, can we charge them in there? Is it safe? What should we do to ensure safety? The one thing I suggest is making sure that these parking garages are suppressed and that they have a working suppression system. Ideally, I would prefer to see electric vehicle charging stations near the entrance entrance or the exit of the parking structure itself. That way, fire crews have easy access to those vehicles if there is a failure. Not only easy access for suppression, but easy access to remove those vehicles from the parking garage itself. My personal preference, don't put these vehicles underground. Maybe the basement level number one, but once you get two, three, four levels underground, that becomes very difficult for the fire crews to access, but it also becomes very difficult for fire crews or anybody to remove those vehicles in case of fire. It's something that we're going to have to learn to deal with, and it's something that future codes are going to have to address.